didn't do a good job, so.
Good afternoon. This is Victor Jimenez with Sewer Line Check Professionals. I'm here at 64237 7th Avenue in Los Angeles, and I'm in the process of performing a video examination of the main sewer line. And the main sewer line is a portion of the waste drainage piping which is exterior to the structure. It lies underground and connects the building drain line system to the public sewer. The building drain line system then is the portion or portions of the waste drainage piping which are underneath or interior to the structure. Today's video examination is not focused on the building drain line system, so if further evaluation is desired regarding the building drain line system, a licensed plumbing contractor should be contacted, or a specialty building drain line video examination can be set up through our office. So, I've accessed today's main sewer line from a 4-inch main sewer line cleanout located at the back left corner of the structure. And we pushed out here to 103 feet to the connection point at public sewer. Now the line essentially runs parallel to the left side of the house and runs along the driveway to connect up to public sewer. And it's pretty much a straight run. There's a slight turn from this back section all the way out to the public sewer. And the material involved in this line is completely a vitrified clay. So the entire main sewer line is a vitrified clay pipe, and I'll be explaining what that means as we are coming from public sewer back up to this cleanout that we accessed today. Alright, so pulling away from public sewer, we're in the 6-inch diameter vitrified clay, and vitrified clay is a very common material for main sewer lines. It has a long surface life expectancy. However, it is more susceptible to damage during earthquakes and seismic activity, and it also has a tendency to let in roots at the joint areas. So, I didn't see a lot in the way of roots for this line, but there are some other issues with some cracks that are going on with the pipe, and we'll cover those essentially as we get to them. Right now we're running under the street. That 6-inch diameter pipe is what's under the street, and we'll cover that as we kind of keep coming back. Alright, so here we're now pulling up into the driveway. There we go. Alright, now this is essentially a vertical drop that we have going down at the edge of the driveway right before the sidewalk. And what we're looking at right here is a broken sewer pipe. So you can see there on the right hand side of the screen there's a chunk of the pipe missing. There's water and debris filling into that void, and then you can see the crack running along the side of the pipe that's still intact. This section is located at a depth of about 8 feet. It's a little hard to get an exact depth reading on this because of the slant of the pipe. But that's essentially what we're looking at. This section is going to need to be repaired. I went ahead and marked it out with a little bit of green marking paint just in the center of the sidewalk so you can see where it's located. So at this point, we're pulling along. We're going to be going along the edge of the driveway now, along the edge of the left side of the house. So, there's a couple sections here. We have some roots coming in at some of the joints, but again, with proper maintenance, that section is going to be fine. There is a connection at about 35 feet, and that's from the kitchen. It's coming in, and that's where it connects up to the main house. So the access point that we use today is for the addition. And there's some other things going on with that section as we come to it. And this here is that connection point that I was referring to. Just up ahead there. We're still in the section of clay. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the entire line is that clay pipe. So there's another example here. We got some roots coming in at the joint area. Not super significant, but not really excessive is, I guess, more the right phrasing of that, but still enough that you should get the line cleared out. It's just something to know that you are going to have to clear out this line every once in a while. And here again, there's another connection piece where we got got those roots coming in. So the line is definitely going to be need to be maintained. Now here, back here is where we're actually running into an issue with the pipe. We're about to turn here in a moment. All right, and basically right at this turn. So at this turn, the line's coming at a kind of an angle to this back clean out. And what's going on is that the pipe, as it exits the building in the back for the additions, has actually sunk a little bit. The ground around the clean out is actually depressed. It might be due to the way that the irrigation is set up for the drainage. But what's going on here is essentially that when any kind of water runs through this part of the line, as we can see right here, there's continual standing water. Seeing this in a plastic pipe, not too much of a concern. In a clay pipe, it's a much larger concern because you have roots coming into the joint areas, you have the water sitting here. So the likelihood of the line basically starting to back up because of the debris buildup here is a much higher likelihood in this portion of the pipe. Here you can see the pipe. The water is almost filling up at least 2/3 of the pipe, and that's a much bigger concern there. So on this part of the line, it's going to need, that section is essentially going to need to be corrected. You can kind of see this here. Not a really great angle to see this, but essentially you have the pipe is about 1/2 to 2/3 full of water as it exits the building, and that's not the proper setup. There's, might be able to see it in there, but water is essentially just collecting there. So this portion, the first couple feet or so, is going to have to be re-sloped to fix that section. So I'm going to go ahead, just get a photograph of the clean out for the report, and with that pretty much wraps up the video examination for this line. Once again, this is Victor Jimenez with Sewer Line Check Professionals. Thank you very much, and have a pleasant day.